I need it. Yes, first time I'm in Toastmasters Jaipur. I'm Toastmaster Barcelona. Yes.
everyone.
Good evening.
I welcome you all to the meeting number 450 of Jaipur Toastmasters Club. I am Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Sakshi. Before starting the meeting, I would like to mention 4 ground rules which we follow in our meeting. First, please turn off your digital besties, your smartphones, or please put them in silent mode. I'll give you 10 seconds. If you like, please raise your hand. For the guests, the washroom facilities on the left side of the room and the water facilities on the right side of your chairs. Always, when someone calls you on the stage, always shakes hand with the person because we believe there's a transfer of positive energy when we shake hands. 4. Please avoid crosstalks when the speaker was speaking on the stage because it distracts the speakers and the others. Now, everyone has a mission and goals in their life to achieve. Our Toastmaster Club also has a mission. The mission of Toastmaster Club is to provide a positive and a learning environment in which members are empowered to achieve their communication and leadership skills, resulting in a greater self-confidence. Now, let's start the meeting. And before starting the meeting, there's one activity we do. So the activity is simple. First, you have to tell your name and one good quality of you. From right side to left side.
Yes, I'm happy. Can you take it, please? Like this?
You-
Speak better.
No, you speak about yourself. Good quality.
Yes, I'm Sunita. This is my first time in Toastmaster Jaipur, and I am a member in Toastmasters Barcelona, and
Just one
One
good
good
quality.
quality.
one good quality of me. I'm patient.
My name is Jason. My good qualities, I'm a good editor. I'm Amar. My good qualities, Alex.
Hello, I am Preeti Rodia and my good qualities I can listen others.
Hello everyone, my name is Anushwa and my good qualities I love cooking.
Hello everyone, my name is Naman Seni and my good quality according to me is that I am a quick learner. Thank you.
I'm Neeraj and my good quality is
My name is Harsh Agarwal and my good qualities is I listen to people carefully and have good intuitions as well.
Hello everybody, I'm Naman and one of my better qualities is I'm honest. Most of the times.
Hello everyone, good evening. Myself Toastmaster Yash, and I would say one of my qualities which I am working upon right now is to listen to people and to connect with them. Thank you.
Hi everybody, my name is Arshad and my good quality would be I am trying to be disciplined.
Hi everyone, very good evening. I am Kumar and I think my quality is caring others.
Hello everyone, my name is Fahim and my good qualities I am very soft spoken.
Hello everyone, my name is Dik Sharma and I believe my good qualities I try to enjoy life. Thank you.
Thank you so much. With that, I announce the meeting as over and hand over the stage to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Fahim.
Good evening everyone.
Good evening.
I request some of you can come to the front sheets and cover them, please, from the back. So I welcome you all to the meeting number 450, right? So past 10 years we have covered so much meetings and so much of learnings. So Toastmaster International is a society that is recognized worldwide, and it works on development of leadership skills, public speaking skills of the individuals. And it was founded by the Ralph C. Smedley with this idea to create a platform for everyone who is trying to improve their public communication skills. So it is spread over 16,000 clubs and in 149 countries. So if you get a chance to visit any of the country, you can go and visit that country's Toastmaster Club as well. So Jaipur Toastmaster Club is just one of those Toastmaster communities club, and we have completed over 10 years. This is the picture of last year Diwali celebration in our club. Right? So many people, so many memories we created here. We also got cited in one of the newspapers. We also provide educational sessions to the educational institutes as well. Some of the awards that the division has gave to our club. And this is the picture of last year division conference, right, where Toastmaster Rohit from our club participated in that. So, like in every country, there is a governing body that runs the government. So, in our JTC club, also governed by the executive committee, and there are some members, and I am the current president, and immediate past president is Toastmaster, Naman sitting over there. So our BT education, right, who deals with the member related queries, he is coming very soon now. It is Toastmaster Hitesh, he is outside. For any new members, any new guests, he is the point of contact. You can connect him regarding any queries you have regarding joining the club. Toastmaster Deep and Toastmaster Hitesh, they both handles the PR related activities of our club. They post flyers, everything related to the public image of the club. Secretary is Toastmaster Rohit, our treasurer Toastmaster Anusha, and co-secretary Toastmaster Anusha. This is our sergeant at arms who takes care of the venue and logistics. If the venue is neat and clean, all the water bottles are there, she is responsible. These two guys were the founding members of this JTC club. Toastmaster Navi Parwal is our current club coach. So whenever we need any guidance regarding any activities for the club, we can approach him. So it's all about Toastmasters introducing you. Now let's call some of the new faces that I'm seeing today here. So let's call Ayush. So why you came here today? Okay, and what do you do?
I completed my BTech in food technology and management. Now I so we all know that after MBA we go for the interview. So I know that I have a lack of communication speaking. So that's why I come here to improve my English. And we all know that we have hesitation when we talk in the crowd. So today I am here to learn and think improve.
Now let's welcome Toastmaster. Yes, yes, you.
So my name is Neeraj, and I just came 2 weeks before from Bangalore to Jaipur, and currently I am a software engineer working here in our company, and I just came here to explore the Jaipur and how is Jaipur. Because in Bangalore there are a lot of events like technical and good events like there. So exploring like this, I came here to see that how is Jaipur. Thank you.
So, anyone more can come? What is your name? What do you do?
My name is Akshat, and I am a software engineer. I was a vendor. I here just to improve my communication skills. It has been bad for such a long time, so I am just here to improve upon that. That's really good. Thank you.
How many of us are software engineers? Whosoever trained for the chance will get the chance later to come on stage. How many of you are software engineers? Anyone from the engineering background? Please raise your hands. Oh, how many are from finance background? Okay. How many are from doctor background? Anyone? How many are from lawyer background? Okay. So today, the meeting, every meeting has a theme, and today's meeting theme will be led by the Toastmaster Yash, who is currently student law. Okay. So let us all introduce him with a big round of applause. Toastmaster Yash.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Let's get that to hear one more time. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Okay, this time a little problem with the sync, but that's all right. So, a very warm welcome to all guests as well as usual Toastmasters to our 450th club meeting of the Jaipur Toastmasters Club. I, on this occasion, get the proud privilege to be the person who steers this ship through the next 2 hours, being the Toastmaster of the day. Without further ado, let me introduce you all to today's theme. Well, you may see it on 2 places. One is the board and the second is Know Your Rights on the screen. So, as Toastmaster Fahim, while introducing me, highlighted that I am the sole person who here represents the legal background. So, I am here to instill feeling among you all today by sharing 2 to 3 instances of everyday life when we are confronting ourselves with the law. So, this will be our theme, and over the next couple of hours, we'll be taking you all on a journey of the Indian legal system, as well as the 3 instances which we encounter every single day while trying or not trying to abide or sometimes even break the law. So, this is our theme, and now let me take you ahead with our meeting flow. So, a general Toastmasters meeting has 3 ingredients to make the perfect dish. They are the prepared speeches, the table topic speeches, as well as the evaluation segment. In the prepared speeches, we have our speakers who throughout the course of the week prepare their speeches and try to present their best versions before our guests as well as Toastmasters. The second is the table topic speeches segment, wherein you all will be able to grace this lovely stage with your kind presence and gracious presence, and you will be the topic upon which you have to speak for at least a couple of minutes. The third segment is our evaluation. This is where every person who graces this stage gets the opportunity to be evaluated. Not judged, but evaluated. When you judge someone, there are sometimes negative connotations that come along with it. But when you evaluate someone, there's always positivity, there's always critical evaluation which comes along, such that the person can turn out to be the best version of themselves the next time they are here. So, moving further, now I would like to invite the people who are behind the evaluation. That is none other than the general evaluator and his tag team. So today we have a person who acts as the mentor to our executive committee in his capacity as the immediate past president of this club, and also acts as one of the major employers in the vicinity of a group wherein he has a factory providing employment in the rural sector. So without further ado, help me welcome the general evaluator for today's meeting. Among a thunderous round of applause, Toastmasters.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yash. That was one of the better introductions that I have got. Being an employer and being an employer to about 70-80 people in the rural sector is something which I am also very proud of. So thank you, Toastmaster Yash. That was a beautiful introduction to me. Hello everyone, how are you? Great. Nice. We are 25 people. How are you?
Great.
Perfect. which is very important. My role is to evaluate everyone. As Yash told, not to judge, but to evaluate everyone. So what comes to your mind when you think of the term general evaluator? Any of the guests? When you hear the word general evaluator, what comes to your mind? Maybe you can answer that.
Maybe when we start, how it goes, the flow of the meeting, and how everybody speaks.
So I evaluate the overall setup of the meeting. That is very good. Can you answer? What comes to your mind when you think of the word general evaluator?
How you present yourself.
Exactly. So do I evaluate that or do I do that?
No, you will evaluate according to that.
That is perfectly fine. So for all of you, I would like to introduce. I have given to this role general evaluator. I am the fufaji of this particular meeting. What is the role of a fufaji in a family function? To judge everyone. But I do not judge, evaluate. So to exactly. So I am basically a critic to everyone present here who will be coming to the stage. Okay, critic means I will judge both on the positive as well as the negative fronts. Correct? But to do that, I sit on a seat which has 4 legs. And the 4 legs to those seats are my tag team. My auxiliary team, also known as the TAGH tag team. The first member of that tag team is known as timer of the day. To introduce us to what a timer does, please let me introduce the president of Jaipur Toastmasters Club, the smiliest face in the room today, and the most hardworking member of Jaipur Toastmasters Club for a long time now. Toastmaster Fahim, please take the stage as the timer.
So, being a timer, my role is to, in short, time the speakers on the stage based on how long they speak on the stage. So, have you missed to train anyone for just 2 minutes?
Does bus count?
Yes, bus also can come any right. So, that's the importance of time. If you don't reach at a place on a correct time, you will miss the travel any bus. So last week I also missed one. So being a timer, when you come on this stage as a speaker, okay, when you are delivering this speech, the prepared speeches, you have to deliver it in a 5 to 7 minutes window. Okay. So on 5 minutes, I will show you a green card. On 6th minute, I will show you a yellow card. And on the 7th minute, I will show you a red card. A red card will be shown for next 30 seconds, indicating that your time is going to end. You have to wrap it up in next 30 seconds. Otherwise, you will be disqualified from the voting. Okay. So that's all. What the timing in the speeches. In the timing in the table-topic speeches, you have the time limit of 1 to 2 minutes, where the green card will be shown at 1 minute, first minute, 1.30 seconds you will be shown the yellow card, and 2 minutes you will be shown red card, holding for next 30 seconds, indicating you have to wrap it up in next 30 seconds. So that's all. That's all.
Thank you. The next member of my seat as the general evaluator is the R counter of the day. The R counter of the day, and to introduce that particular role to you, I have a very special member, the Vice President Education of this particular club. A role which he occupies with a lot of pride, and a role which he has done with a lot of curation, a lot of innovation. To introduce the role of R counter, we have Toastmaster Krishna with us.
Hello everyone, how are you all doing today? It's so good to be back after such a long time and to be given a role on the spot. Smells familiar. Now, how many of you like South Indian food? You know, Italy, rice cakes or good lentil soup. How many of you love that? Great. Now imagine someone throws in a lot of salt and peppers and all kinds of spices into it. It'll ruin it, right? Obviously. A speech is quite similar to that. A speech is your delicious rice cake, but when you pepper it, when you sprinkle it with ahs and ums and filler words and crux words like so, it starts tasting bitter. The audience loses interest and overall it bombs the show. So my job today would be to evaluate speeches and anyone who comes on this stage and see how many filler words they use and how many crutch words they use to support their speech. Thank you, and let's enjoy the meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vishnu. Now, to be the third pillar of that particular suite, we have a very special member. A member who is doing a lot of charitable work in the sense of being a part as a volunteer to an orphanage. Okay, she comes from an Italian background, but she is not very fluent. She was born in India, but she is not very fond of as well as not fluent in speaking Hindi. Okay, so that is the basic introduction that I got about our grammarian of the day, Toastmasters Club.
Well, the grammarian is someone who corrects how you speak in English, and also if you say some really nice metaphors, I will also write that down, and that will be a great way to strengthen your speech. Thank you.
You can introduce the word and meaning.
Oh yes, the word of the day is foreign, and the idiom of the day is stand your ground. Foreign, you can be traveling in a foreign country, you can learn a lot, or either you can learn a foreign language as well. And idiom of the day, stand your ground, is to refuse to change your opinion, and when someone tries to force you. And also, when you know you are right, you should stay consistent in what you think. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters Sunita. That was a good and a really impeccable introduction about being a grammarian today. Now, as the fourth pillar, I have somebody who comes from the land of kachori, no, not kachori, jalebi and poha. To the land of kachori and jalebi. She comes from the land of Indore, the greenest city of our country right now, and one of the sweetest people as she is also known as the alarm clock of our meeting, because as soon as we heard it 6 p.m. on every Saturday, she starts the clapping with a thunderous clap. She calls everybody and invites to the meeting. She's also the sergeant at arms of our club. So with a thunderous round of applause, please call Toastmaster Sakshi to introduce the role of our master.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Have you ever been in a lecture where you are looking at your teacher very carefully, and while she was explaining something, and suddenly she asks you a question and you cannot answer it?
Yes.
Yes.
Why does this happen? Because sometimes we are present physically, but our mind is somewhere else. Mind was exploring a new place. So, as your half master today, my role is to listen carefully throughout the meeting and create some interesting questions. And at the end of the meeting, I ask you that question, and if you answer it correctly, you get a reward. But all you have to do is raise your hand and answer that question. But if you shout that answer before I pick someone, that question will be cancelled. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sakshi. So me and my auxiliary team will be back by the end of the meeting to give you a detailed report on how the meeting went. Now I would like to call back the Toastmaster Derek, Toastmaster Yash.
Thank you, General Evaluator and his four-limbs of the chair, the tag team. Moving on, let us discuss something about rights. When you see the term right, don't think about the number of turns when you had to turn right today on, right? Just think of what rights are. For a second, I'll give you 5 seconds and pick somebody to answer that question then. 1, tick tick 2, tick tick 3, tick tick 4, tick tick 5. Anyone to answer the question voluntarily? Maybe ma'am?
Can you repeat the question, please?
What are rights?
Uh,
Yes, please go ahead.
to be aware about your around your surroundings, to be aware of it, that we call that are right. And when I'm talking about the in Constitution Day, as a citizen, we the Constitution has provided some fundamental rights as well. So according to that, they all sum up because they also they are socially, emotionally, or intellectually all combined. So that is right. All my rights.
Okay, that is one answer. Let's look for another one. Yes.
Can we say that rights are the entitlements that we have provided by the government, provided by the state, or being provided to us for being a human being? Like we say, natural rights are also a type of rights, so they are provided to us for being a human being. We can say rights are entitlements.
So now my question would be a little bit changed. What are entitlements? Entitlements then. But barring that question for now, let's have the most simplest definition of a right. Well, for this I would use the term duty. So if I have this one tile which I am standing upon right now as my property, and let's say Sunita ma'am has this property, the tile next to me as her property. Now I am under a duty not to infringe upon her property, while she has the duty not to infringe upon mine. So a right is something which comes along with a duty. The duty not to violate someone else's entitlements, perhaps, right? So this is perhaps the most simplest definition. A right is something which corresponds to a duty. This is something we must all keep in mind. So if you are singing in your bathroom at 10 in the night while taking a shower, feel free to do it. But just don't listen to that music on a loud speaker, because after 10 you cannot listen to music because it might hurt the sentiments of the society, the peace of the society. So this can be taken as an example of a right. While you have certain entitlements, you have certain duties as well. So it is the confluence of a right and a duty that we must all live in and maintain that narrow gap between the two. Alright, coming to the next thing. What is the one thing that you confront yourself related to the law every day? Maybe riding on a scooter. You have to stop on a traffic signal. Been there? Or did we just jump the red light today? Jump in. So that is something which the timer for the day pointed out, that it is something which we must all pay heed to. Because if we don't have the time, we may end up violating the law as well. So this is one instance, that is every time that we drive, we have to focus on the road. We have to focus on the 3 lights which our timer will be raising today, that is the green, yellow and the red signals. The second thing I want you all to look at is how many know the law governing us on the road. So do you think that any police officer can stop you if you violate or jump a red light? Anyone? Any police officer in his uniform, or even if not in his uniform, in a car, can stop you? The traffic police can? Okay. Ma'am, may we know what happens in Barcelona, please?
No, in Barcelona is way different than here. You have lights everywhere. You have lights, you have zebra crossing everywhere. You have pedestrian way for pedestrian to cross. There's more security in that matter.
Well, that is good to know. Let me now point you out to what we in India have as something which we must all abide by. There are a class of authorized officers who can only issue an on-the-spot fine, which we also call in layman terms as challan. Let's have a look at them. So these are the officers ranked in their hierarchical format who are authorized to issue fines. The first category is that of a motor vehicle sub-inspector or above. So to identify these persons, you can have a look at on their shoulder. There are marks on them which are 2 stars, a red and blue horizontal stripe on the shoulder. So this is the sign which you must look at. If the person standing on your window pane is having these 2, then you are probably in trouble because you will now be fined. I hope Toastmaster Hitesh didn't have to face that today. The next person who can issue a fine or an on-the-spot challan is the head constable. This is for the traffic police. So while we had the answers, we heard that it is only the traffic police that can possibly issue an on-the-spot fine. But the state government by rules can make certain relaxations, and so the head constables by virtue of that rule are also authorized. To identify them, they have 3 red downward chevrons on their sleeves. There are no stars and they wear a white uniform. The next 2 persons are the assistant inspector of traffic police. You can have a look at this chart and the hierarchical format which I provided there as well. So they have 2 to 3 stars with red blue stripes. The rank is between sub-inspector as well as the inspector. So this is the inspector and this is the sub-inspector here. So you can have a perusal of these 2 facts while encountering any police officer. And let me tell you that if they are not wearing these uniforms, you can simply say, I will not be paying this fine because you are not authorized to fine me of the amount. Because the law is clear on this aspect that it has to be an assistant inspector of traffic police or the head constable of the mobile unit, as well as the other 2 instances of the motor vehicle sub-inspector or the head constable, which are the 4 officers that are authorized to issue a challan. But having said that, keep in mind to wear a helmet if you are driving a 2-wheeler and also to wear a seat belt if you are driving a 4-wheeler. I am not teaching you how you can be in abeyance to the law. So please keep in mind that's a clear disclaimer from my side. Let's hear about the everyday traffic violation. So if you are driving a car or a scooter without license, the fine can be up to the limits of 5,000 rupees. If you are not wearing a seat belt, then there is a fine of rupees 1,000. More than we in India have seen this innumerable times of people driving 3 to 4 persons on a scooter. I have done that myself with my friends visiting a chai ki khadi. The lucky thing is that I wasn't able to witness any of the police officers on my way, otherwise I would have been in trouble. So for this you have a 1,000 rupee fine. The next is the helmet violation. If you are wearing a helmet, but the strap of the helmet is not there and you are nabbed by the police officer, they have the authority to issue a fine up to the limits of rupees 1,000 to you. And finally, we also, while the Toastmasters meeting says that you should keep your digital besties at bay, we are often seeing this while driving a car that we keep the phone next to our ear, or to basically infringe this aspect of the law, we connect it with the radio sometimes. But if the police sees this, then they can fine you for the first offense up to the limits of rupees 1,000, and if you are caught subsequently, then the penalty can be up to the threshold of 10,000 rupees. So this is the initial introduction with regards to the law which I wanted to give you. We have a question, I think.
What about drink driving? Drunk driving?
Drunk driving? Well, stay with that curiosity because we have something for you lined up as well for this aspect. This is towards the, as we head towards the climax that this question will be addressed. So now, enough of the law for now. Let me introduce you all to the first segment of a Toastmasters meeting, and that is the prepared speeches segment. Today we have 4 brilliant speakers, but please focus on the board instead of the screen because there has been a slight change with regard to the speaking. The first speaker is Toastmaster Harsh, followed by Toastmaster Deep. Toastmaster Himanshu is the third speaker, and then we have Toastmaster Hitesh as the fourth speaker. There has been one change. So let me, without further ado, introduce you all to the first speaker for today's meeting, and that is Toastmaster Harsh. So Toastmaster Harsh, before inviting you to the stage, let me give an introduction. Toastmaster Harsh is a recent member of the Jaipur Toastmasters Club. He has recently joined us, and this will be one of the first times that he will be gracing the stage today. So please help me welcome Toastmaster Harsh on the stage. But before giving him a round of applause, please let me invite his evaluator, Toastmaster Deep, for giving the objectives of his speech. Toastmaster Deep, over to you.
The speaker level 1 project 4, which is 2-part speech, evaluation and feedback part 1. The purpose of this project is for the member to apply feedback and serve as an evaluator during a club meeting. There is another purpose which is for the member to present a speech, receive a feedback from the evaluator and implement that feedback on the part 2 speech. Congratulations, Toastmasters, for attending your evaluation feedback speech, and best of luck. Timer may note the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes, and the speech title is "Where is your life actually going?"
Alright, thank you, Toastmaster Deep. Now, I think that this will be one of the first times that Toastmaster Harsh will be gracing the stage. Why I did that? This is probably the 5th time he is gracing the stage, but every time you are under the level 1, there is always some jitters that come along the way. But we all, as the audience, have to ensure that Toastmaster Harsh doesn't feel them today when he graces the stage for the 6th time. So, please help me welcome with a thunderous and loud round of applause Toastmaster Harsh. Where is your life actually going, Toastmaster? Toastmaster Harsh, where is your life actually going?
So, good evening everyone, dear Toastmasters and dear guests. It's 2026 and it's March already. So, how's your life going? How's the energy? How you are feeling, guys? Is it high or low? High, sir. Doesn't really do so. Is it the high or low? High. Yes, it feels perfectly fine now. So, you all guys must have been wondering why I am here today. Yes, I think. And anything else?
To share how your life is actually going.
Yeah, that's good. Drinking, sarcastic.
It's your birthday.
Yeah.
It's your birthday.
No. So today I am here to save at least 7 years of your life. At least 7 years of life. Yes, you heard me right. Not 7 minutes, not 7 months, 7 years completely. Do you know the power of 7 years? Dipender Goyal, founder of Zomato, has built the company a lot in just 7 years. In the same time around, Jeff Bezos has turned the bookstore into a large global giant. So that's the power of 7 years. Billion-dollar companies like Google and recently these days Temple by Dipender Goyal has been immensely working to increase the lifespan of Homo sapiens. So, and the most important part, this is going to happen today. We are actually going to see how we can increase our lifespan. So, how many of you want to really increase your lifespan? Okay. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. So, I have been recently observing my life and seeing where does my time is going. So I have been doing research and all that things. So I would like to ask the same question to you guys. Where do you guys are spending most of your time? Is it in the past? Is it in the future? Is it in the present? Where? Where do you guys are spending your most of the time? Toastmaster, Shan, where do you spend your most of your time?
Most of the time I spend is in the present with a hint of the future.
In the future, okay. Desh, Toastmaster Desh.
Preparing for Toastmasters.
That's nice. Toastmaster Naman.
Most of the time I spend it looking forward, so maybe in the future, but also a lot in the present.
Okay. So I would like to know you guys that that's what we think. According to all the research which I have done, I have found one research very interesting. It is done by Harvard University, and they say that if on average we take human's life as a 75 years, we spend 25 years, 1/3 of our life, 33.33%, just sleeping. Rest 15 years we are conscious, we are alive. And in that 10 years we spend thinking about the past. We really do. We don't recognize it, but we do. 8 years, 9 years we think about future. 6 years we think about growth, like personal growth and all this stuff. And just half of the time we are in the present, that's 25 years. So when I have done this research, I was very curious about the data which I have found. So I started analyzing my life, my friends' life, or all the people surrounding me. And I analyzed that most people think about the past. Why did I did that mistake? Why I went with her, or why she came in my life? People spend a lot of time in their breakup, in that loop. In the future, if I talk about, people think about the desire a lot. What if we succeed? What if what we are thinking is not actually we get? What if I didn't get my desired score? People actually did think that, and that speaks to very small amount of our time to the present. That is 25 years. I would like to give a very interesting example which you are guys really familiar with. Like when we open our Instagram, we see one reel. And when that one reel becomes to 10, we don't recognize it. That 10 to 20, 20 to 50. And after that, let's oh shit, how much time we have spent? A lot. That's the same thing happens with our thinking as well. We don't recognize where our most of the time has went. So I would like to know you guys that sometimes it is our own brain that becomes the biggest villain of our life. That's the main thing which I have found interesting in that, along with after that, I would like to say that if we know that what is our biggest prison, it's not made up of iron, it is made up of our own brain. And if we are able to break that, now we are going into that loop, and we are able to break it at the perfect time, we will become unstoppable. And remember the 7 years which I promised you that you can have is always there. It is us, we are not able to find it. It is hidden, just waiting for you to get it recognized so that we can enjoy it to further. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harsh. Well, that was an absolutely fabulous speech delivered by Toastmaster Harsh today. I thank you once again for gracing the stage today. Well, moving on. We'll have him deliver his evaluation during the general evaluation session at the end. But moving on, the next speaker is Toastmaster Deep. So, before I invite Toastmaster Deep, he is a person who, in the current scenario, is perhaps doing the best possible job by doing experiments with AI, in which he is also pursuing a career upgrade. So, without further ado, let me invite the evaluator prior to the speaker to give the objectives of his speech. So, For Toastmaster Week, today we have the evaluator as Toastmaster Sakshi. Toastmaster Sakshi, over to you.
Hello everyone. Objective speech project of Toastmaster Week is the purpose of the project is to learn or review basic method for writing a speech with a defined purpose and to present a well-organized speech on any topic. So timer, please note the speech timing will be 5 to 7 minutes. So thank you. That's the Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sakshi. Now, before I invite the speaker, can anyone tell me what an evening is? What an evening is? What do you mean by the term evening?
Part of the
Okay. Well, for me, the term evening acts as the confluence or the midpoint during the day and the night. So please help me welcome the speaker, Toastmaster Week. Let's have a round of applause for him. Toastmaster Week, the night Toastmaster Week.
If you gaze at the abyss long enough, the abyss gazes back at you. Fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests, can you see me now?
Yes.
Thank you. Fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests, today I am going to share a small experience with you that has taught the meaning of this quote by Friedrich Nietzsche to me. If you gaze long enough at the abyss gazes back at you. This all started 2 years back while I was in Bangalore doing my masters. One fine evening, I was sitting around this time, 5 p.m. on my computer and a message popped up. Hey Deep, let's meet. This was a message from a group of friends which I had made online. I have not met any person from that group till then. And I thought to myself, should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Shouldn't I? And I settled with, okay, let's meet. What's the worst that can happen? I know what happens now. So we met. There were 3 of us, 3 guys. All of us were designers, freelance workers. That's how we formed this group. And we were sitting in a cafe at Kormangla at 11 p.m. I was not intoxicated. One of them was intoxicated. The other one was not also. We were enjoying our time. And suddenly, in mid-conversation, it popped up that, wow, Chikmagalur is 4 hours of drive away only. Let's go there. Now, I personally am a horror movie fan. I like all thrillers, ghosts, and any type of horror movie. And one of the biggest red flags is going along with unknown people to an unknown location which you have never been to. And my mind said, am I starting the protagonist's journey in this horror movie? But I did start. So I said, let's see where it goes. And 5 hours passed. I am driving a Baleno to Chikmagalur looking at Google Maps with one person slept and the other was talking to me. We drove 50-50. We reached around, I guess, 8, 9 a.m. I'm not sure because I was really sleepy and we slept till the evening. The day dawned, it was around, I think, 8 p.m. when I was fully awake and was looking at the homestay we were staying. It was on a plateau. I could look at luscious green this coffee tree plantation. Amazing tree. I believe I have been not seen this amazing view with fog, even though I have been brought up in a tea plantation city. All this amazing view and amazing food later, around 10 p.m. we were sitting around at a bonfire when one of them stated, "Hey, do you know I used to work in communications with the police? I have a radio. Do you like to listen to different frequencies?" Now it's illegal if you try to broadcast any frequency on any radio receiver or broadcaster, but you can listen to all the frequencies for free. Now, 3 guys with nothing to do on a remote area, what's the worst that can happen? So yeah, we set up a laptop, a radio receiver, and the antenna. The antenna was put on some higher place, and the laptop was connected for, we were looking for many frequencies. 1 hour passed, we couldn't find anything interesting. Some songs, someone was talking about something to some other person. Nothing interesting. So we disconnected the laptop, kept the antenna because nobody was willing to go up and take it down, and the radio was kept, the receiver was kept beside me. And we were pretty much bored by that time. It was around 12, nothing to do. So I go to sleep. Okay. The other person was sitting with me for a while. Then he started chatting with his girlfriend, I believe. Because he was too much laughing while chatting. That's how I assume. Then he also left. And I, well, being a horror buff, the only thing you do sitting around a bonfire at night on almost remote location is watch horror videos. At least horror story. I was watching some horror story. Oh, 1 a.m. Nothing else. Now watching a story, suddenly something on the radio. Hey. What? That was my reaction. What? I took nothing. I should stop watching these videos now. It's okay. So I thought of going to sleep, but as my circadian rhythm is completely destroyed by my late sleeping habits, I was not awake at all. I'm feeling good. Let's not watch anything. That's it. Another 10 minutes passed by. I heard, hey, what happened to this receiver? I think it's broken. Okay. Now, the third hey came very fast. I think in the next few seconds, I heard, hey, no, I should leave. I took the receiver because I felt it was costly. And I turned around. Just I was about to leave. When I saw very, very distant away, I think around a kilometer away, fire. How this can happen? I was looking at it for a few seconds. I looked back. Now the fire I was sitting at ran out. I looked back at the fire which I was looking. What do you see? I couldn't find it back. And then I heard the next, hey, and I ran to my room the fast. Thank you. And back to you, Toastmasters. Thank you, please thank you.
Well, I would say the thing I will try home today is to muster courage while watching another horror movie, because I certainly can't do that at night. That is one fear I have. I hope you won't take the advantage of it though. So, Thank you, Toastmaster Ji. And now, please help me welcome the final prepared speaker for today, which is Toastmaster Hitesh. And before calling him upon the stage, I want to invite his evaluator, which is distinguished Toastmaster Naveen. Over to you, sir.
It's an LP1 speech, and the title is City Bus. Now, I believe that this speech is being delivered for the purpose of the contest. So, I don't have the objective of the speech. So I'll be evaluating it based on a contest speech, and the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. All this will
Thank you. All right. How many of us here are public transport enthusiasts? Well, I certainly am. So, with a round of applause and not the horns that we blow, please invite Toastmaster Hitesh for his speech. Toastmaster Hitesh, the city bus, Toastmaster Hitesh.
Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. No. And that's how I felt every day 2 years ago. Not with a flower, but with a question. Will I get a seat today? Good evening, my Toastmasters and my dear guests. My name is Hitesh Sani, and today I am going to share one of the most adventurous parts of my life. Traveling to college by city bus. Raise your hand if you agree that traveling by bus is one of the worst nightmares in India. I knew I was not alone. Every morning I would reach the bus stand, the place from where the pattern would begin. Armor on my body, sword in my hand, I would patiently wait for the bus to arrive. 5 minutes passed, 10 minutes passed, and after something that felt forever, the bus would finally arrive. But I was not alone in this pattern. As bus would go closer, more people would line up. And I would be first in the line. The bus would stop. The conductor would whistle. But before anybody would get off, the whole crowd would burst into the bus. From being first in the line, I would get pushed short all the way to the last. People would fight for every inch of space, while conductor would yell, बढ़ते जाओ, बहुत जगह है. Keep moving, keep moving. There's a lot of space. Space that I never found. Holding my bag tight, pushing through shoulders, I would finally get inside the bus. Finally at peace. Watching road go by, almost feeling human again. As I would feel a little peace, I would feel a little weight on my shoulder. I would turn slowly, and what I would find a person, professionally attired, bag on his shoulder, and resting on my shoulder, peacefully calm. Before I would ask him to relocate, screech a sudden brake. He would slide all the way to the front. I would lose my balance, and that uncle behind me, he would shout at the driver, "Are you blind? Don't you have eyes?" I would look at him and see. He is a driver uncle. Crazy is his second name. Cat out, a puppy had walked in front of the bus. And that's how my 14 minutes of travel would look like. Finally, I would reach the college, alive. Barely, but alive. Then, classes, coffee, and basketball. And after 5 hours, it would be time to head back home. Head back home. Same bus, same crowd, same chaos. I would reach the bus stand and would wait for the bus. The bus would finally arrive. I would step in and what I would find a 5-star hotel. I mean a 5-star bus. No crowd, no uncle shouting, a very peaceful environment. There, I would find a window seat and just sit there. Winds coming in, city passing by, music in my ears. No other fighting, no conductor shouting, just me, the window, and the road. Same city, same road, same me, but a completely different journey. That's where it hit me. The morning version of me and the evening version of me, we were the same person. But the one version was surviving the ride, the other was actually enjoying it. The only thing that changed was environment. And I feel that's true in life too. We keep trying to push harder, do more, be better. But we forget how much people around us, the place we live in, the environment we are part of, shape us. 1 year ago, I could barely utter a word in front of people. And standing on a stage like this didn't even appear in my dreams. But today, I am living it. How? Because of the community I am part of, the people I surround myself with. 1 year ago, I joined Toastmasters. And since then, I have been surrounded by people who push me, who cheer for me. In the end, my friends, I would just say, you cannot always choose the road you travel by. But you can always choose the bus you get home. So, choose wisely. Thank you.
Well, that was a wonderful speech. Now let me invite the evaluator for Toastmaster Hindish's speech. Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Naveen Pawal, sir.
Yep.
Timer, please give the signal.
Good evening again, fellow Toastmasters and dear friends. Today, Toastmaster Hitesh had delivered his contest speech or upcoming contest speech of City Bus. And of course, what a magnificent speech it was. He got us engaged when he asked us the question right at the opening of his speech that you feel that traveling in a bus is just like a nightmare. And of course, we've all experienced it, that what traveling in a bus can be, and especially when during the peak hour. Because of course there is a nightmare, and of course it's something, an agony which we all want to avoid. And we could relate to it. So he got us related to his speech. And then, after that, he explained all the challenges which he faces during the rush hour. And more than that, he also enacted the situation which he has to face during the rush, during the hustle and bustle of the city life. And he was also dressed as per the situation with his bag, and of course we could realize that it's not an easy situation carrying a heavy bag in that particular bus. And on the contrary, he also explained the flip side, that when he arrives at the evening time, how it feels like. And he related it to how it is in lifetime. So of course, kudos to him that he was able to enact something which is so relatable with a takeaway message, which we all could relate to. And of course, he was expressive, and because of the expression, we could feel his agony and we could also feel the calm during the evening time of the bus. Now, how could he really improvise this particular speech? Because since it's a contest speech, so there are a couple of things which I would like to highlight. First of all, whenever you want to express agony, express it by your voice. Even if you have to scream on the top of the lungs, express the agony of how it feels to be crowded in a bus with all the conductor and everyone else just shouting and screaming at you as if you're in a fish market. So express the agony so that we know what you're feeling. And secondly, in your particular speech, you had two particular transitions, the morning time and the evening time. So use your speech well. Probably one way how you could have used it is that probably take a particular set of stage for the morning time, create a hologram for a morning time. It's known as the hologram of how you're feeling in the morning time. Similarly, how you're feeling during the evening time, how blissful it is during the evening time as compared to the morning time. So once you show the contrast by the stage, we know at which phase of the life you're on. And of course, it looks different and it's a different transition altogether. So probably you could consider using stage for this particular, for the morning version and the evening version. And of course, lastly, you also had a wonderful takeaway message of choosing, that is the bus or and choosing the time. So we had something again very relatable. So like whenever you're expressing that, come ahead and relate it to the audience. So these were just a couple of things which I felt you could incorporate in your speech to make it more impactful. But overall, it's an impact. Thank you.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Naveen Pawar sir, for that wonderful evaluation. And we all wish Toastmaster Hitesh the best of luck for tomorrow's contest. Let's do that with a round of applause. So, dear Toastmasters and guests, I have spoken a lot and it's time for me to have a breather. So let me have a sip of some fluid. Well, you cannot relate what is kept in bottles like these, can you? Water? Any other thing?
Electrolytes.
Yes. Because electrolytes with a tinge of alcohol, I would say.
You have to hold my car.
My feet are already stomping here and there. So while I take a break, I also want you all to be on a break. Take a short recess. Let us do that for the next 2 minutes, and may the timer please note for the next 2 minutes. During this time, we all can interact with each other, maybe use the restroom, have some water ourselves. Alright, we'll meet here again after 2 minutes.
What's your name? It's your first time here, right? Ah, second time. Oh, nice. Nice. I'm in Barcelona. I'm in Toastmaster. I'm a member of Yes, I am visiting. Yes. I am working in an orphanage. Yes. Yes. I
So what was your experience?
But I'm very happy to be here. And I teach them basic English. And I'm working with
Types of.
It's very nice.
Okay, everyone, let's assemble back on our feet. All right, everybody had a breather? Well, I also did. And after having
What is a breather?
breather, a break basically.
Breather.
So I think that sip of water, or rather fluids I just had has already started to take the toll on me. But while we were having a break, I read if I were to drive a two-wheeler during this period, what would be the repercussions of that? So to answer Toastmaster Naman's question, if I am or any of us is ever to drive a motor vehicle, then as per section 185 of the Motor Vehicle Act, we may end up in prison for the period of 6 months on the first offence, and the fine can be imposed up to the length of rupees 10,000. For the offence of drink driving, if the subsequent offence occurs within 3 years from the first offence, then there is an aggravated punishment, and that is 15,000 rupees with the imprisonment of 2 years. So be mindful of when you have a sip of your favorite fluid the next time. Please ensure that there is no alcohol, because if there is the blood alcohol levels exceed 30 milligrams per 100 liter per 100 ml of the blood, you people will be in serious trouble. Well, I hope that answers the general evaluator's question. Let us move further. So, we are dealing with the penalties that come along when we are in abeyance to the law. So these are the penalties. I will not be delving into the depths of these because we are running a little short on time. So you can have a look at them, or rather have a glance at them. So while I move to the next topic. So now, I have one more question to you. If you are to help someone if he has faced an accident, will you be driving past that person, or will you stop to help that person? Or the third option is, will you take your digital bestie and make a video clip out of it just to get some views? Any answers?
I will help depend on my need.
Definitely help is one answer. Next one. Okay. Maybe help by carrying the person to the hospital.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Well, let me tell you what your rights are if you do just that. But before that, here is a video clip which I want you all to have a look at.
We know the audio.
Let me play that again, please.
क्या हुआ? सोसाइटी कैसे? तैयार कहाँ है? तू उधर क्या को पढ़ लेते? अंदर देखे ना हाँ पापा नहीं होता है।
जल्दी कीजिए ना।
सुनो बाबू, वो बेचारा बगल है, कुछ कर ना। सॉरी, इसे कैसे क्यों ले जाइए? आई एम ऑफ ड्यूटी ना। ऑफ ड्यूटी बोले तो जहर का है, तुम्हारे सामने मारा है, तो ऑफ ड्यूटी बोले तो देखिए, इट्स अ केस ऑफ मैनेज सुसाइड, पहले पुलिस फाइल करवाना पड़ेगा। I'd like to wish you the best of luck. Any questions? Yes, sir. Yes. वो बात कैजुअलिटी में कोई बंदे के हालत में रहा तो उसको बॉम्ब मारना जरूरी है क्या?
Well, let me translate this for our friends. This is an instance from the movie Munna Bhai MBBS. Here, in the scene of hospital, you can find a person wearing an orange shirt, asking the doctor, "Why are you not helping the person who is lying on the deathbed?" So the doctor says that I am off duty right now, and that the patient's mother must fill a form before he can be operated upon. This is one of the things which raised a pertinent question before the courts of law. And in the year 1989, the Honorable Supreme Court of India, which is the apex court of the country, in the case of Pandit Paramanand Katara versus Union of India, in 1989, held that if a person carries an injured party to an accident to the hospital, then there are certain legal protections which that person is made available. The first is that the police will not be asking that person or hold him accountable as if that person himself had been the cause of that accident. The second thing that matters is that there is a protection to such persons who carry each and every injured to the hospital, and these are termed as Good Samaritan. Now the term Samaritan comes from the 15th verse of Bible. So this is the protection which they are afforded, that preservation of human life is paramount. Good Samaritans cannot be harassed. Identity disclosure is optional. What does this mean? That if there is a medical legal case which is to be registered, then if that person wants not to be a witness in the matter when it comes before the court, that is the accident proceedings, then he can be excused from liability. And finally, the hospitals are under this mandate to provide immediate treatment instead of first the FIR being registered. So this case is a very landmark judgment when it comes to medical legal cases, and that is why I picked that movie. I hope it resonated with each and every one of you. Let us now deal with the concept that every right comes along with a duty. A right and a duty can be termed as what we call in economics complementary goods. Now imagine this: if I buy a pen without an ink, what would that be of use? Will it be of any use? No, right?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes. So if I buy a pen without there being an ink coming along with it, is the pen of any use then?
No.
No, right? Similar is the answer to the question that if you have a right and there is no duty that comes along with it, then there would be complete abeyance to the law. And the law clearly says that if there is a right, there has to be a corresponding duty. And Mahatma Gandhi, our father of the nation, also said that a duty well performed creates a corresponding right. So there is the section 39 in the Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita 2023, which used to previously be the CRPC of 1973. And this says that citizens have a legal duty to assist magistrates or police officers. Now let me share a story to justify this. A couple of weeks back, in my apartment came two police officers, and they wanted to have a look at one of the CCTV footages which was focusing on the road. There had been a chain snatching incident in my colony, and the police wanted to have a glance at the CCTV footage so as to conduct their smooth investigation. Now, I was being the law student and being the vigilance officer of my building, took the charge, and we often have this notion that police have come to our homes and we should not help them. Maybe they will pick us up and drag us to the police station. But my dear friend, remember that you are not only under a statutory duty, but also you are under a right that someday you might end up having your rights cut. In that instance, just imagine those two people who had their snatched on the road. Had we been there, we would have wanted there to be a swift investigation. Don't we all agree on this? So simply, as per section 39, it is your duty to assist a police officer and a magistrate. So always remember to render your assistance wherever called upon to do so. This is your civic responsibility as well. Now, let me head to the table topics session. I think there has been a mistake in the PPT. So let me please introduce you all to the table topic segment, which is the second segment in our Toastmasters meeting. And to invite the table topic master, we have the trailblazers of Jaipur Toastmasters Club. Why I refer them with this term is because they have recently joined Toastmasters, and it is these people motivate me basically to take the stage, because I have been a member in 7 months, a 7-month-old member, but I think they are slowly and gradually even passing me when it comes to taking to the stage. So these are two Toastmasters who will be leading our table topic session, and these are Toastmaster Yajat and Toastmaster Mohit. And without further ado, please help me welcome them.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. Today, I, Toastmaster Mohit and my fellow Toastmaster Yazal Kandelwal, we both are presenting here a table topic for speech. Our role is to help speakers to speak on their feet without any preparation and speak spontaneously. The purpose of table topic session is to speak without any preparation and without any script, because real life rarely, or we can say never, gives us any script. Today's theme is know your rights, and most of our topics will be as per today's theme, and will be small and correlate to this theme. There will be some instruction for all the speakers. First of all, we will invite the speakers to come on stage. There will be only 1 to 2 minutes of time. After that, there will be no right and wrong answer. Our guests most welcome to attend this session. Now, thank you and welcome all the speakers.
So, welcome to It's Time to Table Topic session. Please come to volunteer on stage who are, yes, okay.
So the topic is,
who is more intelligent, Tom and Jerry?
sorry? Who is more intelligent, Tom or Jerry? From the famous series Tom and Jerry.
Who's Tom?
Actually, I didn't watch Tom and Jerry too much, so I can't relate.
You haven't watched at all?
No, like slightly in the past, but I can't remember anything.
Okay, who do you like to be, the cat or the mouse?
Cat.
So you are Tom. I am Jerry. Please make your case why you are more intelligent than the mouse.
I think that
You could not eat.
cats are already the most intelligent, I think.
And you could not eat me. That's the whole part of the series. I survive every
I
time.
can't think that eat can be related to the intelligence part.
Survival is,
But we can't survive on anything like that.
which is the highest surviving species on Earth?
And
Huh? You want to use things, ants, and
Microscopic organisms.
Microscopic organisms. The specific one, can you name the tardigrades? Yeah, and tortoise. Tardigrades, tortoise have similar body structure, and they use the one of the highest intelligent thing, that is sleeping throughout centuries by tardigrades and throughout months and years by tortoise. Aren't they intelligent enough to know when to just shut up and sleep?
And on the ant side, we also have Swami Vivekananda and all the other famous names, and who usually don't sleep, they do the hard work. So I don't think that sleeping is related to the intelligence.
Agree, but survival is. And in the case of Tom and Jerry, it's the race of
Survival, you
survival.
have to only sleep for 8 to 10 hours, maximum 10 hours, not like you are sleeping all 24 hours. So how can it be related to intelligence? The one who is intelligent, I think, sleep at most 6 hours. And 18 hours he will do something productive like me.
Okay.
How is sleeping related to Tom and Jerry?
He went to sleeping. Now I have to carry that conversation forward. I can't help it. It's my partner. It's the Tom's mistake. Like always in Tom and Jerry.
I'll take it forward.
And thank you. I don't make it.
Who is the better problem solver? Doraemon with his gadgets or a real engineer?
Oh yeah?
Real engineer.
Engineer over Doraemon. Doraemon.
I think that's totally different. Because Doraemon it's a cartoon show and real engineers solve the problem of the real. I think that's when you see the cartoon for the children, so they are thinking that's instantly that's how we escape from the tough situations. So they like the Doraemon situation, Doraemon. But if you are elder or some teenager, so you like you feel more real. So you want you get more real problems. So you want the real problem solving. So I think that's real engineer can go for the can grow the teenager, but for kids they like that state problem and state solving. So they like the Doraemon's how they fast in problem solving and more in reality there is a basic problems, basic and for the people. Okay, thank you.
Anyone who is coming on stage?
Go guests.
Can you please mention your name? Can you please mention your name?
Ma'am, can you please start? Ma'am, can you please start by saying your name?
Hi, I am Kirti Nolia, and my topic which is given is, if you had the power to change one thing in the world, what would you change? So, if I have power to change one thing, I will change the negativity in the world which people have and spread the positivity in all the minds. Because if you see anyone is doing good work, there are more than that. Very few people will appreciate his work than criticize. Say any example, Master Chef, a show which is going on. You can learn recipes from there. You can take away many things like how new ingredients are introduced in that show, or you can prepare that food and delicious food to your family, and like decorate in a certain way which looks good to your family, and they can eat more and appreciate your work and efforts. But on the other hand, there will be people who who can criticize, like it is very scripted show and a judgment is based on they are paying some money or like something like that. So this is thank you.
Now anyone from your side want to join?
So, hello. Yes. Hello everyone, my name is Lakshmi Sharma. So this is my second time I'm here at Toastmaster Club and I'm really glad to be here. So my topic is, if you could remove one technology from the world, what it would be and why? Well, that's a very hard to say like that, because we are living in a technology-driven world. Because it has an advantage also and disadvantage also. It's upon us how we are using it wisely. So my suggestion is that any technology that you are using right now is coming for the betterment of yours, because it wants to upgrade, it wants to give you some new learnings out of it, and how you are using it in your workplace or in your home or in outside, that is up to you. So I would not recommend that you should ban it. Rather, we can use it wisely. Thank you.
Now, I would like to invite our guest. Yes, she's the guest.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Akhil. So the topic for today is, what is more important for success, education or experience? So, education or experience? It is part of the same coin. It cannot go. We cannot succeed without education and experience. So experience built on top of education is the thing that can take you longer, take you to greater heights in the long run. So let me give you an analogy for this. So I come from a software development field where the things are rapidly changing. So if I am not educated, if I keep using, I do not learn new technologies, then all of that would not turn into better results. So yes, I believe we have to make us first educated on the right things, learn new things, get better at it, build experience on top of it, and then walk together to the path of success. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, if you allow, then can I invite our Toastmaster Sunita?
It's very slippery. Thank you. Well, my name is Sunita. I've been in Toastmaster for a year now, and I'm very happy to be here. It's very interesting to be in Jaipur and to be in Toastmasters. What it says in the note, if you could invent a new technology, what would it be and how would it help people? Education technology. Education technology. Why? Because what I'm doing in the orphanage for the girls, they're very educated, they're very nice, they're very, but they don't have a phone yet. There are people that are 23 years old and they're not considered an orphan because they're not orphans, but they are helping in the orphanage and they don't have a phone. And I think it's important that when you are 18 to have a phone, but also I think it's also difficult to maintain the wise use of technology, and also create an app where you can learn languages, for example. I am teaching English in the orphanage, and there are some girls that know English, but most of them don't. And so it's very complicated to communicate. And so what I'm thinking of is create an application where you can learn. Thank you.
Now, if time allows, then I would like one more person. If anybody come from this side.
Guys, please use the word of the day, go of the day.
Can I change?
Sometimes life won't give you a second chance. But stay just
In the topic. Just trying to find it out. So, my name is Aman Seri, and it's for the first time that I'm coming here. And frankly speaking, I expected it to be a round table discussion. And I thought if at all there is a stage, and I would sit at last, and I won't be going at the stage. So I sat at the last, but I was asked to come in the front seat. Now I'm here on the stage also. So let's see how it goes. So my topic is, if money was not important, what career would you choose? So I really have a very simple answer to that. And it is very similar to the themes that has been talked about in the recent past by our speakers, and it is education. Because I really like to interact with people, and I really like to share my knowledge, because I was a good student in academics in my school time. So I used to, we can not say teach, but I used to share my knowledge with my fellow students, my fellow classmates. And second thing what I think is that if you are interacting with the people or the students of younger age, so even if you become older, you get in your 40s and 50s, but you are dealing with students in their 20s and 30s, you will also remain here. So that's the thing that I really like about education, and I will surely go for that. Thank you.
Thank you every speaker who came on stage for their wonderful speech. Now I would like to invite Toastmaster of the day to hand over.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yadav and Toastmaster Mohit, for that power-packed table topic session which we just had. Our topics were ranging from very diversified fields, let's just say that, keeping in mind the paucity of time. Alright, so finally comes the next segment, which is the evaluation round. And for that, I would like to invite the person who I invited earlier as well. and that is Toastmaster Naman. He will also be inviting his tag team as well as the remaining 2 speech evaluators, since we have had 1 evaluation for the speaker already done. So over to you, Toastmaster Naman. Let's welcome him.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yash. So now is the time for the third round, which is the evaluation round. A general evaluation round is basically divided into 3 parts. First is speech evaluations, second is the tag team report, and the third part of the evaluation is the general evaluator's evaluation. So without any further ado, let's start with the first round, which is the evaluator's evaluation. And for that, I would like to call the first evaluator, which is Toastmaster Deep, to evaluate Toastmaster Harsh's speech. Good evening again, everyone, and good evening especially to my target speaker, Toastmaster Harsh. First, I would like to comment on your title of the speech. It was more like an existential question, which even I could not answer myself, and was drifted by the thoughts like, where is my life going? But yeah, I tried to keep all my focus on your speech, which you grab by using a question. One of the 4 best ways to start a speech. Asking a question, indulging every one of the audience members and getting their attention. So kudos for that. Now, moving forward, your speech felt like a YouTube thumbnail to me. Save 7 years by listening to me for 7 minutes. It screamed that, at least to me, and for that also kudos to you, because at least I among the audience clicked on that video. Now, you have really good stage presence. I could feel you were confident enough on the stage to speak with everyone, and your hand gestures were on par. So those are your amazing points. I believe you aced all of them. Moving forward, I felt like few things you could improve upon is your stage movement, body movement, specifically leg movement. You were going from there to there, but it was not connected with your speech, so it can be termed as involuntary movement more than your voluntary movements. That you can work on. Another thing is, I felt like there was a lack of structure in the speech, as while you were giving different ideas in this motivational speech, I felt there was a lack of starting, middle and end that you can prepare and work upon. Maybe one technique that I use is I keep all my sentences in notes so that you will have proper structure and you will not get stuck anywhere. You will have note 1, note 2, note 3, note 4, and you can skip any note when you feel like, depending on the time. Last but not least, I would also like to ask you to add a call to action to any speech which is of the type motivating. This is one of the type of speeches, giving inspirational or motivational speech. So when you try to motivate everyone, try to have a call to action to your speech so people can go back and do something about what you were trying to preach or make them understand. All in all, you are a good speaker. If you incorporate the points I added, you will become from a good speaker to an amazing speaker. One line of challenge I would like to give you is prepare a speech from a good motivational or self-help book in the same manner, so you will have structure and all other things figured out. Thank you, and back to you. Thank you, Toastmaster Deep. Now I would like to invite the second evaluator of the day, who is Toastmaster Sakshi, to evaluate Toastmaster Deep's speech. In the meantime, I would request all the auxiliary role players to be prepared with their speeches. The time allocated to you to make your speech would be 30 seconds to 1 minute. Over to Toastmaster Sakshi.
Hello everyone. What a dramatic start by darkening the room. Just justify your speech title, the night. By starting to dark the room and light the matchstick you instantly grabbed the attention of all the audience. So it was really good. The start of the speech was very good. And the flow of the speech when you start and in the body, a story which will really connect with all of us, a story with the friends and the audience. Because we all have some story in ourselves that whenever we are on a trip and whenever we with our friends, we have some horror story related. So your speech really connect with everyone. The speech flow was good. You really used the stage movement perfectly. Your body language was good. You connect with all the audience. Your eye contact was good. And the speech structure and the flow of this speech was really good. So I can say that the speech the title and the speech you picked is really good. That you justify the purpose of your speech, that to write a well-structured speech and well-structured speech. So you complete the purpose of your speech. But one point I have to mention that while you are delivering your speech, there will be time when you are doing lots of speech movements. So try to do less and try to explain your speech with the proper body language. That whenever you are scared, then show with by your face expressions. And one point at the end which was very important, that you have to practice little more so that your speech will be ended on the time. So it's important to complete your speech on the time. So thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sakshi. Now we move to the next part. I would like to invite the timer of the day, Toastmaster Fahim, to mark the timings on the board. In the meantime, to have the R-counter of the day, Toastmaster Krishnanshu, to present the report of the R-counter. The timing should be restricted to 1 minute, which is the maximum time.
Thank you. All right, everyone, it's good to be back again. Now, as the general evaluator of the day mentioned, I don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to cover up a lot of ground in a single minute. Right. First, I would like to commend the Toastmasters who came on the stage today and spoke. I have seen you for a year now, and you have really reduced your dependency on these filler words and crutch words. Particularly, I would like to commend Hitesh today because he really stood his ground against using, against his primal desire to use crutch words and filler words, and it was almost as if that concept of filler words was foreign to him, right? And moving on to the table topic sessions, it was also a brilliant array of speakers. I mean, this was way better than I had expected from first-time speakers. Particularly, I would like to commend guest Lakshmi as well as guest Smriti and guest Aman Seni for your ability to communicate without using a lot of filler words. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Krishnanshu. Now I would like to call the grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Jyoti. Sunita, sorry.
Okay. I have a lot of words, I have a lot of tags, but I will try to shorten. Okay. Yash?
Yes.
Yash? You said, no, that was not you. No. I got mixed up with the names here because I am new here in Jaipur. I have no idea who said what.
You can also use nicknames.
4 meters, it's a 4-wheel car, and 2 days before, 2 days ago, nothing was done. People I surround with, people I surround myself with, breezer that I don't know where that name come from, right? And take you longer, take you higher. Good dose, I don't know. Good. And Fahim going to end. That was great. the name, giving a role on the spot, detailed report on how the meeting went. A right comes along with a duty, that was amazing. Power of 7 years. How many of you would like to expand their lifespan? I will share a small experience with you, and a story that connects. Thank you.
Toastmasters Sunita, I would like to congratulate you on the speech. That was a really good analysis of what you gave on the entire covariance report. That was really good, and I really congratulate you on that. Kudos means something when we celebrate a particular thing. So kudos to your speech. Now I would like to call the Mark Master of the day, who is Toastmaster Sakshi. Toastmaster Sakshi, please keep it down to 2 minutes with about 4 to 5 questions for them.
So everyone ready?
Yes.
So first, what was the good quality of Toastmaster? Please raise it.
I raise my hand.
He's a soft speaker, soft spoken.
Exact.
Hardworking?
No, he said soft spoken or soft speaker, something like that. Sweet speaker, soft speaker. Right? Right.
Oh! What was the fine amount for driving without license?
1,000 rupees. 5,000. What was it?
That is the answer.
At what time Toastmaster did clear the
A few drops are remaining. So remember, my dear friend, that if you are not following the laws, remember that if you are driving a vehicle, you must remember that wearing a seat belt is something which saves lives. Even if you may escape the police officer, but remember that these laws are there so as to be supplemental to your life, so as to protect your life. So please abide by that. Secondly, there is always a humanitarian duty which we all must focus on. So if we see anybody suffering an accident, we must stop there. Not take out our phone from the pocket and make a video, but rather be there as a call to action. What should appeal to our mind is that it is my duty to assist this person, to help him, take him to the hospital, and so that he can be treated upon. And finally, our civic responsibility that we must assist whenever possible the police officers and the magistrate so that they can discharge their legal duties as per the provisions of the law. So, lastly, I want to give a takeaway to you all that rights and duties always go together. These are two parallel lines which might seem to never meet but are always complementing each other. So keep these things in mind, that a right comes with a corresponding duty. And with that, I would end today's Toastmaster of the Day session. I thank you all for being the wonderful audience that you were, and I hope you took out some learnings which you may implement in your life. Thank you.
Can I know whose mobile phone is this?
Finders keepers.
Thank you to all the role players, optional players, evaluators, speakers for the meeting today. I would like to start with a basic introduction about how the meeting was, what were the good and bad part of the particular meeting. Before that, I would like to ask anybody to be the part-timer of the meeting for this particular speech that I am making. 6 minutes, 8 minutes and 10 minutes you can give me a flag, and I would request please allow me another around 10 minutes of time so that I can finish my particular speech. It is something more than a general evaluator speech this time, so please bear up with it. Firstly, I would speak about the presiding officer and the sergeant at arms combined. Both of them brought a different type of energy this time. And it was really nice to see both of them, the executive committee members, to be working together in a sync. I would just like to request the sergeant at arms to make an activity which is more proactive physically, so that we come in the middle of the meeting room and we basically be active, so that from the next time we are energetic before we start the meeting. I just felt at my macro level, energy was missing in the meeting today. Following to the presiding officer, I just have one recommendation for you. Please update the PowerPoint presentation because it requires an update now. Otherwise, the session on behalf of both of you was impeccable. I would be waiting for the next half of the presiding officer's address. Coming to the Toastmaster of the day, it is very unique to see a session like this being curated for all of us. It's awareness which is very important. Most of the times when I go out in a particular or on road driving, I don't know what are my responsibilities and what should I do. When we have an advocate in our house, and who advocate, or I should say a law practitioner in the house, and they teach us all of these duties, responsibilities, it's really commendable. I really liked the way he edited those particular slides, made a black theme out of it, and told us a lot of different things in a very limited time. So I appreciate the Toastmaster of the day and his session today. Coming to the table topic masters of the day, both of them come with different sort of energies. Today the energy was a little on the lower side, but the point is I see the improvement in both of them. Toastmaster Yajat and Toastmaster Mohit, I really saw the first times you came on this particular stage. You are improving. I would just like to say be persistent with this particular platform because this really gives you a lot. Finally, coming to the speakers and their evaluators, it's always a blessing to see DTM Naveen Parwal sir come on the stage, take on the stage and share his wisdom that he has accumulated in the last 20 years, 25 years being a Toastmaster and about 30-35 years in the business industry. When it comes to Toastmaster Deek and Toastmaster Sakshi with their evaluations, I really felt that they actually have a lot of empathy when it comes to them while delivering their evaluations. They actually come into the shoes of those particular speakers and then they evaluate. So that was my basic evaluation that I gave of the entire meeting in general. Now I would like to come to a basic thing which I wanted to share to all of you. So please give me around 4 to 5 minutes to do that. 4 to 5 minutes. 240 seconds to 300 seconds to do that. Precisely. It was about 27 months ago I came on the stage for the very first time. Jaipur Toastmasters Club. Back then, when I came and occupied the stage for the very first time, I was really confused professionally. I was not very confident of myself at that point of time. I was figuring out life at that time. It was particularly I will give you the date, which was 15 December 2023, I became the member of Jaipur Toastmasters Club. That was the elections where Toastmaster Lokendra got elected as the president. The first time I made a mark in this particular meeting or in this particular club was the 350th meeting. Today we celebrate the 450th meeting. The 350th meeting, exactly 100 meetings ago, I came in as a guitarist in a particular session curated where we had a transgender activist, Pushpa Mai, who occupied the stage and shared her wisdom together. It's been a long time. Then I became the Vice President Education of this particular club for 9 months. 3 months as the Co-Vice President Education and then 6 months as the Vice President Education. I learned a lot from my different leaders. For example, when I first met a particular leader in Jaipur Toastmasters Club, that was our area director, and one of the best presidents I've had at Jaipur Toastmasters Club, and I've seen Toastmaster Lokendra. One thing that I want to highlight was my learning from Toastmaster Lokendra was the strong personality, calm voice, and the key lesson is never give up on your team. That was taught by Toastmaster Lokendra, not just to me, but all of us. Time progressed, I became the Vice President Education, interacted with a lot of people. When I was the Vice President Education, we onboarded a lot of different members, such as Toastmaster Krishnanshu, Toastmaster Fahim, Toastmaster Krishna, and a lot of different members with that. I would like to mention a lot of names today because it's a special day for me, and I will come back to that again and again. so that you get what am I coming from and what I am going towards today. So in my journey as a Toastmaster, met a lot of members, made a lot of friends such as Toastmaster Meghna, Toastmaster Yash Papriwal, Toastmaster Krishna, my chuddy buddy, Toastmaster Sudeep, Toastmaster Kamlesh. They taught me a lot, and each interaction with them, the calls that we had at about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the night, made me the individual I am today. I would like to give a lot of credit to a lot of different people who I call the second generation of me as a Toastmaster, who came almost about 6 months to 1 year after me becoming a Toastmaster. The names are as follows: Toastmaster Neha, Toastmaster Fahim, our present day president, Toastmaster Krishnanshu, our vice president education, Toastmaster Shashank, Toastmaster Hitesh, Deek, Sakshi, Rohit, Anusha, Nishika, and Yashika. All of them came as strength to me when I was the president of this club, which was my second, which was the tenure that I began last year. All of them became strength to me. Whenever I wanted them, they helped me with a lot of different things. We together became the president of Jaipur Toastmasters Club, and it was not just me. We fought a lot of different type of battles. We all came to a particular phase that we were not able to give constructive meetings. Then we sat together and started giving different type of meetings. Brought the stage back to about 25-30 people in each particular meeting. But now, what happened around 3 to 4 months ago changed me. There was a transition in my life. I think everybody has transitions in their life. Now work becomes more demanding. Studies become more demanding. Studies become challenging. And if you want to study at the age of 25, it's very difficult. I had to make a very difficult decision. And that was to start studying again. When you leave your studies and you focus 100% on your work, you actually are not able to give your 100% towards the things that you are putting efforts towards. So I had to make a choice. What are the things that I can avoid to start studying again? I got selected in one of the finest business schools of our country, MDI Gurgaon, Management Development Institute Gurgaon, in December 2025. I had a choice, but the only thing that I could have given upon at that point was being a Toastmaster. At that time, I was not able to give it because I was the president at that time. But when time flew and I saw a beautiful team being curated under the leadership of Toastmaster Fahim and responsibly helped by Toastmaster Lokendra, I saw this team flourishing to the extent. As people say, it's always time to move on. I today set up a benchmark and move on my life towards a greater journey, a different journey other than a Toastmaster. I would like to thank all of you present today, even the newest of Toastmasters such as Toastmaster Yajat and Toastmaster Yashkaran, Toastmaster Himanshu. I am always available for you for mentorship, friendship, or any sort of things, even a gossip if you want to discuss, I am available for you. I would like to give credit to the two mentors I met in this journey, Toastmaster Sangeet Rajoria and Toastmaster Naveen Parwal. The lessons I learned from them, Toastmaster Sangeet Rajoria taught me lessons about life, calmness and clarity. Very important lessons in life. He actually taught me something more than just speech making, which I could have learned from here. And Toastmaster Naveen Parwal taught me a beautiful lesson, which most of the people do not even learn till the age of 80, 90, and till the time they die. The art of giving. The art of giving mentorship, support, and this beautiful space to run our club. We saw today Toastmaster Naveen Parwal how humble he is. He just came, delivered his role, and went away. He's such a beautiful individual. And now I would like to just tell all of you, I'm always available for you. Whenever you require me, I'm always available on a call. But there are some times in life where you have to say goodbye to a lot of different things. So, I will not say goodbye to Toastmasters at all, but I would like to say goodbye to the first chapter of me becoming a Toastmaster. Here is Toastmaster Naman Pudra signing off from the Jaipur Toastmasters stage. One final.
You said to eyes are never so good, right? So,
You can take a seat.
So that's a very heavy session for us. It will really listening to all the points and so many members. The memories it got right. So now we are to the end of the meeting, and now we have got a chance to vote for the members who spoke on the stage. I request you all kindly scan so that you can vote. I can vote. Yes, you can vote. You have to scan this. It will redirect you to a link where you can vote.